Hey there, y'all. This is Jack. Today we're discussing Kagurabachi chapter 24 Hunters. And yeah, our boy Cheeto's been pushed into a corner with Shiba and Soya. Not Soya, excuse me. That's the brother later on of Hakuri. Kuyura. Yeah, Okay, I get what he's doing. He bought time for his guards to come, and he thinks them together are enough to take on Cheeto and the Sacred Blades. I don't know what you're thinking, man. I don't know what you're thinking. I think he's using them so he himself could get away while they're fighting. That's what I'm thinking because because he, as he even said, he has there's no way he could take on the Sacred Blade, right? So we'll see, all right, but we'll get into that we'll get to that when we get to that. So let's just dive right into the review, shall we? Well, actually, before we do, if you like Kagurabachi content like this, please consider subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. All right, let's just dive right in, shall we? All right, so yeah, we got Cheeto and Shiba just watching as Shiba actually goes into narration saying the last place they infiltrated where Sojo was, and the where Char was being captive. Yeah, she was like, okay, yeah, these guys are clearly gonna be way more skilled than the random riffraff that we took on when we fought Sojo's place. So yeah, we gotta get out of here. And as Hikura says, um, all right, guys, yes, I just want to let you guys know, you people came here as if you were the hunters, but actually, it's the opposite. We're the hunters, he says as Shiba reaches his hand out for Cheeto. He's like, all right, Shiba, we gotta get going, man. We gotta get going. And Cheeto's like, nah, as he looks over and he just says, Nishi. And then right there and then we get a flashback of Shiba and Cheeto talking to saying, that, yeah, the auction's gonna happen no matter what. And no matter what's gonna happen, the Kanubai are gonna bid on it because they have essentially they're Japan. They're the I guess the what Japan is. They are the force of Japan. So that's cool. But then you're telling me, okay, I don't know how Japan is. All right, it's just odd to me that a gang could take on a government, especially a government that would be powerful as the Kanubai. And I get how powerful Koira and his clan is, but I mean it's like I get what they're saying because again, I don't know much about the Yakuza or how much actual influence they've had, when it comes to Japan's power. Maybe they did. I'm just completely ignorant. So yeah, my apologies. So that's just weird to me that the Kamurai could use as much money as it takes to buy the sword, which would also be interesting when I was reading this chapter. What if Kuyura actually has a mole or a setup inside the auction to where they'll just continue to bid up against the Kanubai all the way up to where it'll probably bankrupt the Kabubai. So that way Kira could just swoop in, get the money from the Kanubai. Also, probably, screw with them, with their debts and everything. I mean, it's possible, right? That's crazy. I love intelligent villains, and it'd be great if they went that way. But if Cheeto manages to kill him before the auction and get his sword back, that's fine too. Because I like that Cheeto's very, very proactive. Because we get a flashback of him and his father talking about the sacred swords, and this one that they're trying to get is very, very protected more than the others. So, and Cheeto says, you know what? Why can't we just give this to the Kamurai, so that way it'll be safe? And the father's like, well, I'll explain some other time, but this one definitely needs to be kept safe. It can't be in the Kamurai's hands because the Kanubai have the prisoner, the former user of that sword, and if they kill the former user, the person that kills them will be able to use the power of that sword. So pretty dang good, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, Cheeto does not want the Kanubai taking possession of this sword because of even if his father didn't want them to have it, then there's a good reason for that, and he's not gonna let the Kanubai take it, which is pretty dang good on you, Cheeto. I really like that. As Cheeto gets ready for the fight, and yeah, she was like, "Yeah, like we gotta get out of here." But then also his phone rings. Then we cut back to Hakuri talking to his brother Soya, and yeah, a very, very messed up relationship they have, because it does turn out that Soya does genuinely love his brother, as we do see, but it's very twisted. Because Hakuri, as soon as he sees his brother, he gets flashes of his brother Soya beating him up so bad. He immediately just tries to commit suicide. Tries to commit. Soya immediately catches him. He's like, "Dude, you're gonna die if you jump from here. Why are you running?" Also, uh, the woman that you've been talking to that talked, talked you into getting out, leaving the family. Don't worry, we killed her, so it should be all be good. And Hakuri, he's just sad. He's like, "No, no, I'm already a traitor to the clan. I want nothing to do with them. And if I go back, I'm dead. And I know you're just gonna destroy me. You're gonna just wreck me. I don't want to go back." And Soya just starts tearing up. Again, this is a very, very strange twist of love that they have, which is very interesting. I didn't expect to see this at all. I did not expect we are gonna get Soya like this. And then we get Hakuri just coming out, say, "Oh, there's a storm coming. You need an umbrella." And Soya just turns around. He's like, "Oh, so okay, I see. There's another one. There's another woman. All right." He's like, "All right, girl, I'm gonna have to kill you, man. I gotta get my brother out of here. I gotta kill you." But then Hakuri immediately grabs his brother from behind, but the brother immediately just grabs Hakuri, just slams him onto the ground. He's like, "All right, now I just gotta take care of you." And Hakuri just grabs Soya's leg. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not letting you go." And right there, Shiba arrives. And Shiba's like, "Is this the guy, Hanao?" And she's like, "Yep, that's him." And right there, Shiba immediately goes in for attack. And we're finally seeing Shiba gonna fight. I am freaking hyped for that. He's the character I think everyone in the fandom's been wanting to see fight, because he could teleport. And we have no idea how it works so far. All he does is just that, and then we see him teleport. So I think we'll get in the next chapter. If we do see him fight, not the fight with the Cheeto, I think we'll probably see how Shiba fights and the rules of his powers. I think we'll get something like that, because there has to be rules, right? I mean, there's been many rules in the series of the power system, so we definitely gotta see that. As Shiba delivers this banger line as he hits Soya in the face, and he says, "Let's fight somewhere where there's more room." And they teleport right in the sky above the city, and his beautiful full page, and right there, Soya's like, "Give me back my little brother." And Shiba just says, "Sorry, but he's with us now." And as they're falling, we get, sorry, excuse me, Akuri going up to, oh sorry, Hanao going up to Akuri, excuse me, as Akuri's like, "Was that Shiba?" And she says, "Yeah, don't worry, we had a plan in place. If anything were to happen, I would call his phone and then hang up. I'll just let it ring once, and he'd know to rush this directly to me." That's a pretty smart plan, right? Which honestly, it is. It actually is a pretty good plan, I gotta say. Clever on you, on Shiba and Hanao for thinking of that. I gotta say, holy cow! And then we cut to Cheeto fighting the guards, and I honestly, Cheeto's gonna win, right? Because he's fighting them three. As we get um, Koya just watching out the window as he says, "Now, wonder what'll happen now." As he drinks from his cup. So yeah, I think what's gonna happen here is, okay. Hold on, let me rate this chapter. Um, I'm gonna rate this chapter at 8 out of 10. I really, really liked it. I really enjoyed it. It was so cool, especially the Shiba scene was hype. Also, I just want to point out Soya's hairbands. When he's looking down on his brother, when he caught him before fighting, his hair was still stiff. It was straight. And even when we see Shiba hit him, his bands were not moving up; they were still straight down. So interesting detail, I gotta say. I'm not sure what that's about, but I think it's just a neat little detail. There is some consistency. So in his fight with Shiba in the sky, it shouldn't be moving around, right? Like it shouldn't, right? But I don't know. We'll see. But let's speculate. All right, I think Koya. So sorry, Korea. I cannot pronounce the Japanese names correctly, but Korea. I believe he's not going to participate in the fight. I think he's going to watch, see what the Sacred Blade could do, bail, and then tell the master, his or not his foreman, but the person he's working with, about what the seventh Sacred Blade could do. I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's what's most likely, but we'll see in the future, right? So yeah, that concludes my review, and it was a really, really good chapter. I like it, and yeah, if you listen to at this part, I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day and take care.